blending the style of classic sitcoms with the MCU, in which Wanda Maximoff and Vision, two superpowered beings living their ideal suburban lives, begin to suspect that everything is not as it seems. Hello, everybody. I'm Steve from VALHARTV, and today I'll be reviewing WandaVision episodes 1 and 2. Now, in episode 1, we get to see Wanda and Vision move into a new neighborhood and house. Now, for a lot of people that don't know, and I haven't seen the show in quite a while either, since I basically was a kid, they took the set of the Dick Van Dyke Show for the first episode. That was the vibe I got, and then afterwards, looking up pictures for this, I saw that a lot of people made that same comparison, and it looks almost exactly like the set for the Dick Van Dyke Show. So I thought that was really cool, because that's the kind of vibe I got, other than like Bewitched, I believe, was the second one as well, especially for the opening, but we'll get to that in a minute. They soon meet their neighbor Agnes, and she's like a zany character, you know, who's a typical neighbor. She has the husband Ralph, who nobody sees, and she comes over, greets her, and then they start chit-chatting just like they're best friends and stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool from, you know, because that's just like what they would have done on any of the old sitcoms like that as well. And there's also like a heart marked on the calendar for the 23rd, and Wanda and Vision can't remember why it's there and what the day is for. So they think two different things almost. And when Vision goes to work, he ends up finding out what the day is for, because he's going to end up hosting dinner for his boss and his boss's wife. So he tries to tell Wanda, but she's like, oh, you know, she's thinking something completely different, and it's hilarious. Like, this whole thing is just zany fun to watch. You know, it's, like, really fun to watch. I keep saying zany, but it's, like, it's one of them, like, crazy type things to watch, you know, something. It's especially something that would always happen on the Dick Van Dyke Show and, like, other shows, like Bewitched or I Love Lucy. I got a real vibe of I Love Lucy from the first episode as well, which does go into the second episode, and I think that there's a reason for that. So, basically they go through this dinner, and there's things that are happening that they're trying to hide, which is why it's so fun to watch. And at the end of the dinner, Wanda and Vision are asked some questions that they really can't answer, you know. And one of the questions is why they don't have children. And this is important, because this is a theme right now. And at the episode, at the end of the episode, we also get to see, like, somebody watching WandaVision. So there's, like, a mystery starting here that we can't really figure out yet. But they're giving us little clues at a time, which I thought was really good, because that makes a really good mystery when you give just small clues each time they're appropriate. You know, like, some movies will literally start out with the ending, and you see who the person is, you know, like whether it's the killer or the robber, and then they go back and tell the story up until that. And I always disliked that, because of the fact that I want to get the clues, and I want to try to figure it out along with the detective. You know, I don't want to see the ending and just be like, oh, so I know who it is, and now we're going to go through and we're going to get, we're going to see what leads up to it and things like that, so there's no clues really. But this is shaping up to be a good mystery. In episode 2, we see Wanda and Vision in the beginning practicing their magic routine, because they're in the community talent show. And this episode is really, like the first episode was more of them moving in, starting to meet their neighbors. The second episode is them trying to fit in. And that's where, like, kind of the Bewitched theme comes into it, especially with the opening homage to Bewitched, where you get to see Vision and Wanda flying, like from around a moon and stuff. So I thought that was really good. Like, the animation in this too is really good, and you get to see quite a few scenes of it. But yeah, this is where they're trying to fit in. And as Wanda comes out of the house when Vision leaves, she finds a toy helicopter in the bushes, and it's the only thing that's in color. and it's in the color of Iron Man's suit. So I thought that was a cool little Easter egg. Uh, and Vision, in the meantime, he's going to a neighborhood watch meeting. And something happens to him at the neighborhood watch that plays into the, towards the ending of the episode. So while he's there, something strange happens to him. And then in the meantime, Wanda's at her own, neighborhood meeting with a whole bunch of ladies. And we get to, she's with Agnes, too. And Agnes says something towards the, while they're walking to the neighborhood meeting for them, where that I thought was actually really kind of interesting, because I think there's something more to Agnes's character than meets the eye right now. And I believe it's going to play into what's going to be happening in the next episodes, which I think is going to be great, because again, there's a really good mystery here. But Wanda gets to meet a woman named Dottie, who's basically the queen of the neighborhood. If you can't get her approval, then you can't really, you're not in with the, in crowd, basically. And she ends up helping Dottie clean up a little bit later, but she's also talking to Geraldine, which is another woman she meets, and you get to see her more in the episode as well. Then we end up coming up to the talent show. Now, the talent show is for the children. It's to raise money for the children of the elementary school. So, again, the children is a theme here in these two episodes. And Vision comes in and he acts like he's drunk. And it's hilarious because he starts to do his act, and he literally is doing stuff that Wanda has to cover for with her magic. So this is really fun to watch because of the fact that they're trying to fit in, but she's got to cover for him because he just keeps doing crazy things. And everybody thinks it's hilarious, though. They're all cracking up, laughing. This is a really good scene that really shows them trying to fit in. And at the end of the episode, we end up coming to Wanda and Vision walking outside. And there's something that happens that Wanda ends up rewinding to where they're inside the house and they don't go outside. So we get to see that she has some control over this world, but it's not like it's a huge amount, because we also see her powers kind of go a little crazy sometimes too. So it's very interesting. The effects in this were, they were great. Honestly, I really liked them. We get a scene where the dishes are flying around, food's flying around. We get Vision walking through walls and doors, like in the very beginning of episode 1. Vision's carrying Wanda into the house, but he phases through the door and she falls down because she didn't phase through the door with him. So he ends up opening up and picking her back up and carrying her over the threshold. So we get to see things like that, and we get to see other really cool things too, where Vision is like typing super fast at his job and things. All the effects were really well done, and both episodes are in black and white too, which I thought was really, really good, because you get to see two different eras of sitcoms, really, where everything was in black and white, and then hopefully we're gonna see, like in the trailers, it's all gonna go color. So we're gonna get to see that towards the end. But yeah, I mean, the animation too, like the cutout animation, was really good, especially in episode 2. I really did enjoy that. You got the opening scene where you have Vision and Wanda flying around, and that's just animated. So I thought that was really good. The music in this was all classic sitcom music. You had the audience laughing, things like that. Especially when they got married, they did the aww. So it was like it was being taped in front of a live audience. So I thought that was really good too. All the music was really appropriate. I really liked it. Now the acting. Olsen and Bettany. Sorry, I almost mispronounced it. And everyone else acted like they were out of the Dick Van Dyke Show and the Bewitched show. So I really got those vibes from both episodes, and I thought it was really good. And the supporting cast is really good too, because right now we don't know if there's certain characters that know more than they're letting on, or if they're, just there for emphasis on the sitcom's part. But there's a mystery brewing here. And especially there's a scene with the radio that Wanda's like, what's going on, And we get to see another scene, a part of color, when Dottie cuts her hand. So I thought that was really good too, because, they're giving you like the little Easter eggs, the little clues, in this that are leading up to something bigger, like a really good mystery. And it's really good too, the way they do the mystery on this. But yeah, there's certain characters here that I think are going to play a bigger role later on, which I thought was really good. Yeah, I mean, I loved how it's going through the classic sitcoms, too. I really do love that. The openings of both episodes were great. Honestly, I would give both episodes a 8 out of 10. I mean, I'm reviewing them both at the same time anyways, but, I mean, episode 1 was an 8 out of 10, especially, towards the ending when we get the scene where somebody's watching WandaVision. And this episode, at the end as well, there's some stuff that happens that really makes it good, too. And you're just like, oh, I can't wait to see the next episode, and I can't. So, 8 out of 10 for both episodes. If you guys like what I do, please hit the like button and also subscribe, as I'll be doing more content each week. Take care for now, everybody.